In 1852, two brothers started a blacksmith shop with $68. By 1923, they had $155 million in revenue. By 1966, they didn't exist. You're about to learn how the oldest independent automaker in America committed suicide. 1. The pioneers who built America's first gasoline truck. Picture 1900. America's stuck in the horse age. Cities are drowning in manure. Horses die every winter. Moving freight means dealing with animals. Animals that get tired, get sick, can't work in bad weather. Here's the thing. If you could build a reliable motor truck, you'd own America's future. The race was on. Most people think Henry Ford won it. Ford didn't win. He didn't even start running yet. Studebaker won that race in 1902. Roland White makes a steam truck for Studebaker brothers. But Studebaker's engineers see something better. They take that steam know-how, build America's first practical gas truck. It's 1902. Think about that date. The Wright brothers haven't flown yet. Henry Ford's still tinkering in his garage. And Studebaker? Already hauling freight with motor power. Here's where it gets good. Studebaker buys White's tech. Then it makes it better. They understand something White doesn't. Steam trucks? Impressive. Gas trucks? Actually useful. Their first truck carries 1,500 pounds. That's more than most horses. And here's the kicker. No feed needed, no water, no rest. By 1905, Studebaker's cranking out 100 trucks per month. Ford? Still making cars that die every few miles. Here's what's interesting. Studebaker didn't luck into trucks. They planned this. 50 years building wagons since 1852. 50 years learning what you need to haul freight. When motor power shows up, they already know exactly what to build. Ford's learning to build cars. Studebaker's learning to build businesses. 3 things made Studebaker different. First, tough engineering. Their wagons survived 2,000-mile trips to Oregon. Same rules for trucks. If it could break, make it stronger. Second, real customers. They had dealers coast to coast, not car dealers, freight dealers, people who got commercial work. Third, real factories. Other guys built trucks in back rooms. Studebaker? Real production lines, real quality checks. World War I. Breakthrough 1917 hits. World War I changes everything. The Army needs trucks, thousands of them. But not regular trucks. These have to carry soldiers through mud and gunfire. They have to work the first time, every time. Who gets the call? Not Ford, not GM, Studebaker. Why? Their trucks don't just run, they run when everything else dies. By 1920, Studebaker's got military deals worth $50 million. They proved trucks could handle anything. But here comes the real test. The Roaring '20s. America's building highways everywhere, and Studebaker's about to show what real truck engineering looks like. One question matters. Can they stay focused? Or will success make them forget their real customers? 2. The golden years, when Studebaker trucks built America. America, 1925. Growth everywhere. Highways connecting cities. Skyscrapers going up in every town. What's powering it all? Studebaker trucks. Hauling the stuff that built modern America. The 1920s and 30s? Make or break time for truck makers. Prove your trucks work? Own the next 50 years. Screw up? Watch Ford and GM steal your customers. Everything came down to one thing. Could your trucks work harder than the other guys? Studebaker didn't just build trucks. They built legends. M-Series trucks became the gold standard. Construction companies? I wouldn't buy anything else. Long-haul guys? Trusted them for cross-country runs. Even during the Great Depression, when truck sales crashed, Studebaker kept selling. Why? When money's tight, you buy what works. Studebaker trucks worked. 1932, worst year of the Depression. Half the truck companies in America go broke. Construction work? Almost dead. But Studebaker? Their truck division makes money. Not much, but profit while everyone else bleeds cash. But how? Customers knew something. You can only afford one truck? Better get one that won't break. Here's what that rep was worth. 1935, 12.3% of all heavy trucks sold. Bigger than Ford's truck division. Only GM sold more, and that's during the worst money crisis in history. December 7, 1941, Pearl Harbor. America's at war. Suddenly the military needs trucks like never before. Not hundreds, not thousands, hundreds of thousands. These trucks have to work in jungles, under enemy fire. The Army's got a choice. Mass-produce cheap trucks that might work, or build proven trucks that definitely will. War production excellence. 3 things made Studebaker the military's go-to choice. First, battle-tested designs. Their civilian trucks already worked harder than other companies' military trucks. No guessing, no redesign. Just proven engineering. Second, production power. Studebaker could crank out 1,000 trucks per week, every week, for years, while keeping quality that kept soldiers alive. Third, global thinking. These trucks had to work in Russia, Burma, Africa, everywhere allies needed supplies. The Soviet connection. Here's what'll blow your mind about Studebaker's war production. They didn't just build trucks for America. The US-6 Deuce-and-a-half, most important Allied vehicle you've never heard of. Over 200,000 built, shipped to 30 countries. More Studebaker trucks hit Normandy than any other brand. Soviet drivers called them Studers, tough Russian truckers who'd seen everything. Trusted American Studebakers more than their own trucks. But here's the mind-blowing part. Studebaker built nearly 200,000 US-6 trucks total. Most went to the Soviet Union through Lend-Lease. In Russia, Studebaker became the generic word for American truck. Not Ford, not GM, Studebaker. Soviet civilians were still driving these trucks into the late 1960s. You know what they called them? The trucks that hauled the Red Army to Berlin. Here's what that meant in real life. 1943, the Burma Road, India to China. 700 miles of mountain curves, monsoon mud, Japanese bombs. American trucks carry fuel and ammo to Chinese forces fighting Japan. Trucks break down, Chinese can't fight. Chinese can't fight, Japan controls Asia. Most trucks die on that road in months. Studebaker US-6s? Run it for years. Drivers said you could fix anything with basic tools. Keep going. By 1945, Studebaker proved everything. Their trucks carried Allied victory. Their rep was unbeatable. Their future looked unlimited. Then came 1949, the 2 R-Series pickup. First American truck with no running boards. Smooth double-wall bed. Sleek styling that made Ford and Chevy look old-fashioned. It was an instant hit. Sales boomed. By 1952, Studebaker had 7.2% of the entire US truck market. That's 58,985 trucks sold in 1 year. But nobody saw this coming. Success was about to kill them. Truck historians are blunt about what happened next. Management more or less forgot about trucks after the 2R success. Instead of doubling down on what worked, they starved the truck division for investment, chased glamorous car sales instead. That decision destroyed everything. While Studebaker's bosses dreamed about beating Cadillac, their truck customers started looking elsewhere. Ford, International, companies that actually cared about commercial work. The war was over. But the battle for Studebaker's soul just started. 3. When cars became more important than customers. It's 1946. Studebaker's South Bend factories are humming. War contracts made massive profits. Their truck rep was unmatched worldwide. They should have owned the post-war trucking boom. Instead, they made the decision that started their death spiral. Post-war economies exploding. Americans have money after years of rationing. Highways going up everywhere. 2 paths ahead. Focus on proven truck customers who trust you. Or chase the glamorous car market. Compete with Detroit's Big 3. Choose wrong? Watch 50 years of customer loyalty disappear. What went wrong? Studebaker's bosses looked at success and made the classic mistake. Good at one thing? Must be good at everything. Car sales looked exciting. Higher profits per unit, glamorous styling, celebrity ads. Why build boring trucks when you could build beautiful cars? Money followed the excitement. R&D budgets shifted to car styling. Marketing dollars went to car ads. Engineering talent? Reassigned to passenger cars. Wait, that sounds smart, right? Cars had higher margins, bigger market, more growth. Wrong. Here's what they missed. Truck customers buy performance. Car customers buy emotion. Studebaker knew performance, had no clue about manufacturing emotion. Here's the stat that'll blow your mind. In 1952, 58,985 trucks were sold, 7.2% market share. In 1955, 10,817 trucks were sold, 1.1% market share. That's an 81% collapse in truck sales in just 3 years. Not because their trucks got worse, the 2R series was still excellent. Not because the market crashed, truck sales were booming. Because management decided trucks were boring, cars were exciting. The perfect example of short-term thinking. In 1951, Studebaker built an export V8 truck. Uses their excellent new 232 cubic inch V8. Powerful, reliable. But do they offer V8 trucks to American customers? No. Too expensive to retool. Save a few million on tooling costs. Meanwhile, Ford and Chevy are planning their own V8 trucks. Studebaker could have beaten them to market by years. Instead, they handed competitors the future. In 1953, Studebaker dropped the most advanced pickup in America. The 2R10 had features that wouldn't hit other trucks until the 1970s. Independent front suspension, smooth ride. Wraparound windshield, better visibility. Ergonomic cab, less driver fatigue. Should have dominated. Instead, total flop. Why? Studebaker spent more on Raymond Loewy's car styling than truck marketing. Customers never learned these innovations existed. How the division died. Not one big mistake. Systematic neglect. First, resource starvation. Car projects got priority. Engineering talent, manufacturing capacity, marketing support, cars first. Second, dealer confusion. Truck dealers weren't sure if Studebaker wanted trucks. Mixed messages led to mixed effort. Third, customer abandonment. Truck customers called with problems got transferred to people who didn't understand commercial work. Think of Studebaker like a restaurant owner. Built great reps serving steaks, then decides to add pizza. Soon he's spending all his time perfecting pizza recipes. Steak customers go to places that actually care about steaks. Pizza's okay. Steaks are still great. But customers stop coming. They can tell his heart's not in it. Here's the irony that makes this tragic. Studebaker's car business never made money. Not once. Every year from 1946 to 1963, car losses exceeded truck profits. They destroyed a profitable truck business to subsidize an unprofitable car business, and thought this was smart. While Studebaker's distracted, Ford and International study Studebaker's truck customers. What do these customers need? Better dealer support, reliable parts, service training. Ford starts hiring Studebaker's best truck dealers. International expands service into Studebaker's strongest markets. Both offer better support. Same basic tech. Customers notice. Loyalty isn't about loving the product. It's about trusting the company behind it. By 1962, Studebaker's board finally gets it. Car business is killing them. Time to choose. Keep bleeding money on cars? Or refocus on what they do best? In 1963, most dramatic decision in automotive history. Shut down all car production. Bet everything on trucks. 4. Too little, too late. The last gamble. December 9, 1963. Studebaker announces the end of U.S. car production. After 60 years in passenger cars, they're going all in on trucks. Automotive press called it corporate suicide, but the numbers said something different. This might be the smartest decision they ever made. Studebaker had one last shot. Save 111 years of American manufacturing. The truck market was booming. Interstate highways created demand for long-haul freight. Construction exploded as suburbs expanded. Focus on trucks? Rebuild their empire. Fail? America's oldest vehicle manufacturer dies forever. Everything came down to one question. Could they win back customers they'd ignored for 17 years? What they got right and wrong. The 1963 decision made perfect sense. Trucks made consistent profits. Cars lost money every year. Truck customers valued engineering over styling. Studebaker understood engineering. But when the board finally gave engineers money to save the truck line, $900,000. Total budget. Ford spent more than that on chrome and ad campaigns. GM spent more on coffee and donuts. Studebaker gave engineers less than $1 million to save an entire division. Engineers had to reuse the Lark car cab, grafted onto a 1949 truck frame. Create the Champ as a clever but obviously cost-cut hybrid. For the first time since 1946, Studebaker focused on what they did best. But they brought a knife to a gunfight. Here's where this gets really frustrating. The 1964 to 1966 Studebaker trucks? Some of the best vehicles the company ever built. Champ had a 289 cubic inch V8, delivered 225 horsepower, more than Ford or Chevy offered, could tow 5,200 pounds, got 18 miles per gallon on highways. Independent testing ranked it #1 in durability. Road and Track called it the most advanced pickup in America. Fleet managers praised its reliability. So why did it fail? This lesson every business needs to understand. Superior products don't guarantee success. Superior support systems do. Studebaker spent 17 years teaching dealers not to care about trucks, trained customers not to trust Studebaker's commitment, surrendered service networks to competitors. Product excellence couldn't overcome infrastructure collapse, the dealer disaster. It's 1950, 2,700 Studebaker dealers nationwide. Every major city had multiple dealers. In 1963, 400 truck dealers nationwide. Entire states had no authorized service. In 1965, 275 dealers remained. Most focused on other brands for survival. Compare that to Ford, 6,000 truck dealers in 1965. You couldn't drive 50 miles without finding Ford service. In 1965, a construction company in Denver needs 20 new trucks. Fleet manager tests everything. Ford F-250, Chevy C-20, International C-1100, Studebaker Champ. Studebaker wins every test. More payload, better fuel economy, lower price, superior ride quality. Then he checks dealer locations. Ford has 8 dealers in Colorado. Studebaker has 1 dealer in the entire state. What happens when these trucks need service in Durango, Grand Junction, Pueblo? He asks. The Studebaker dealer can't answer. He buys Ford trucks. Not because they're better, because Ford dealers are everywhere. In 1964, Studebaker needed 75,000 trucks annually to break even. They sold 44,000. In 1965, still needed 75,000 trucks. They sold 28,000. In 1966, they needed a miracle. They got closure. Each year of poor sales made the next year harder. Dealers lost confidence. Customers lost faith. Suppliers demanded cash up front. Success in trucking depends on momentum. Studebaker lost theirs in 1946. Never rebuilt it. March 16, 1966. The last Studebaker truck rolls off the assembly line in Hamilton, Ontario. America's oldest vehicle manufacturer is dead. But this isn't just about one company's failure. It's a blueprint for understanding why American manufacturers keep making the same mistakes. The Studebaker pattern didn't die with Studebaker. It's killing companies today. 5. What Studebaker's death teaches us. March 16, 1966. Factory gates close forever. Studebaker is dead. But their death reveals a pattern that's more dangerous today than ever. The same disease that killed Studebaker is spreading through American manufacturing right now. Companies abandoning proven customers, chasing trendy markets, superior products losing to competitors with better support. The 6-step death spiral. Every failed American manufacturer follows the same playbook. Step 1. Build excellence in a profitable niche. Step 2. Get distracted by a glamorous market. Step 3. Starve the profitable business. Fund the glamorous one. Step 4. Lose customers who built your rep. Step 5. Panic and refocus. But the infrastructure's already destroyed. Step 6. Die because superior products can't overcome abandoned customers. Same pattern, same result. Proven businesses destroyed chasing fool's gold. The financial reality. Studebaker's books reveal the fatal logic. 1946 to 1963. Car division loses $127 million total. Same period. Truck division earns $89 million total. Net result, $38 million loss. Subsidizing unprofitable cars with profitable trucks. But every year, executives believed next year cars would turn around. Never did. What survived? Here's what makes this even more frustrating. Studebaker's engineering was so good it outlived the company. Former Studebaker engineers joined International Harvester, Ford, GM. They took Studebaker innovations with them. Independent front suspension became standard. Ergonomic cab design spread industry-wide. V8 truck engines became common. Studebaker's technology lived on. Their business died because they forgot. Customers matter more than cleverness. The Studebaker story isn't really about trucks. It's about what happens when American companies treat world-class products as piggy banks. You don't just lose products, you lose towns, families, entire industrial legacies. That lesson is more important today than ever.